Hello everybody, this is Mato the Gamer. Today you're watching the second mini movie of my Mato WICSO. I'm just gonna say, watch to the end, or skip to the end if you watch all the episodes, because I have a very important thing to tell you. See you then.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of Mixo, or Mato's What If Civilization Started Over. As you can see, we have the world map here, as usual, but today I'm gonna do something different. Well, kind of different. Instead of doing small things in the beginning, we're going to start with the big one, which is here in Mesopotamia. Over here in this kind of Turkish, not really Turkish, but kind of Turkish regions of Mesopotamia, there are a lot of slaves. People are getting slaved right and forward, like everywhere people are getting slaved. But we see a man named Maximus over here being a slave of the Mesopotamians, rebel away from his leaders and start a giant rebellion up here, or giant. It's all over here. He gets this land, and the Mesopotamians are laughing at this. But you shouldn't be, because we go over here and we see another split happening, another split over here. And you might ask, why is this happening? Well, kind of because of the same reasons. Slaves are angry, but this region it's a lot worse. We see this Persian purple country pop up and try to rebel, taking all these regions, and you might ask, how is this happening? And that is because this region is it's chaotic. It's pretty good land. If we go here to the trade mode, okay, it's not very good land, but over here it's pretty good land, which is where the rebellion started up here, and then it just spread. So Mesopotamia is, oh gosh, and it's worse. Because it's not just that, we have one more rebellion. And it's a kind of dark red rebellion. Up here, which is also they're angry because they were once not a part of the Red Team or Mesopotamia. They were a part of this country, but they don't want to be a part of that country. They just kind of want to be their own thing now. So yeah, we see the Mesopotamians are kind of falling right now. This does not look good for them. So what we see happening is this country over here, still a lot weaker than Mesopotamia. What? Okay, I don't know what's happening. We see this country over here, a lot smaller and a lot weaker than Mesopotamia, keep on gaining land over here, boom, boom, boom. Because this is their land from the beginning, which Mesopotamia took. So they take all of this land, and they're fine with these guys having all of that. They just go up here and take all of this, while these guys over here, a lot smaller, but still they also want land. They take, what is happening with this ass? Okay, takes all of this over here, which is pretty nice. Oh, doesn't look that good, but they take all of this. So now we're seeing Mesopotamia, this does not look good for you. You just lost all the land you annexed over here in the last episode, and you're small right now. So now we're gonna see a country which hates Mesopotamia. Cyprus, go to war. Cyprus, you've been in a lot of wars with Mesopotamia and you're feeling like it's time. And you're really weak after the Mesopotamian War, which was around 2 years ago, but no, not 2 years ago, 2 episodes ago, which is a lot longer than 2 years, but still. So they take all of this, which isn't a lot, but you're growing. Small, but still you're growing. But over here, we see we see Mesopotamia actually start pushing back. Oh, no, what is happening? We see Mesopotamia start pushing back over here, taking all of this land, looking something like this, and keep on going into here, which is not good. all the way over here, which these guys have a really good standing over here, but otherwise it doesn't look that good for them, which they also actually kick back the Persians a little bit until Oman joins the war, wanting this land and this island, which they take, and then they just leave the war. That's how fast they were in the war. Yeah, nice Oman. Holy voice crack. Okay, so Persia's going to keep on going all the way to over here. When Mesopotamia's like, okay, chill. We like, you think we're going to let you win? And they're going to like, Saudi Arabia, hey, I know we just fought a war not that long ago, but do you want land? And Saudi Arabia is like, yeah. What do you want me to do? Attack the Persians. And Saudi Arabia is like, heck yeah, why not? Like, we're gaining land, like, yeah. Why wouldn't we want that? So they do. They go all the way over here, which is not that much, but it's good for the Saudi Arabians. They're kind of weak. Which this is perfect for Mesopotamia, because now they get a place where they can push back and look something like this. Because don't think that Mesopotamia will just let these guys win. Like, never. They would never do that. So, yeah. But we have these guys over here. The kind of, I don't know, Turkish region, I guess. Led by, or ruled by Maximus, or I think it was Maximus. Yeah, Maximus. Which is going to go up and take all of this, which is, he's really good at fighting. Which is going to take all of this, like, damn, gosh, like that is actually pretty good over here. Like, damn. You're doing good, Maximus. You're doing really good. And the thing is that, like, people are seeing how strong Maximus is against Mesopotamia. And Mesopotamia is losing a lot of land here. So Mesopotamia says like, okay, Maximus, we can give you what you want, but like, let us leave the war. And Maximus is like, fine, I guess we can do that. So now Mesopotamia just have to kick back the Persians, which goes fine until the Persians actually come, which does not look as good. Oh gosh, yeah, no. Like, this doesn't look too good, huh? Nope, it doesn't. And yeah, like, look at this. Look at this. They're getting giant. Like, Mesopotamia's like, fine. We give up. And these guys are like, yeah, boy. This is what the peace treaty of the Mesopotamian rebellion looks like. Or, yeah. I really. Okay, so, first over here, I'm sorry for anybody who hates straight lines, but this is what they came up with. Really genius, right? Right, Ruby? Is this genius? Nope, she's walking away. She doesn't like it either. We have Turkey over here, which is Maximus's, sounds weird, but yeah, empire, kind of. We have the Persians over here, and yeah, Mesopotamia. Gosh, I cannot talk English today. Wow, Mesopotamia, look at you. I feel sorry for them, actually, kind of, a little bit. They weren't really a good empire, but like, they were big, but they weren't a good empire, you know. Yeah, this is what it looked like now. Holy gosh. You are small. Like, look, are you in... Okay, you're still bigger than Oman. And you're still big... Yeah, Egypt's a lot bigger than you. Oh my gosh. Egypt is now officially the biggest country in the world, right? Yep, Egypt is the biggest country in the world now. So now that we've been a little bit here in Asia, we're actually not going to leave Asia, because we're going to have something happen here in India. And what we're going to happen here in India is this little country here, this little green country, getting invaded by the pink country. Which is going to happen like this. Like, they get invaded up here. And that is probably the worst thing you could have done. because these guys over here, they are hungry for land. So they're going to go up here, take all of this, and So, oh, what did I do? So the green country over here can keep on taking land, taking all the land they had before, and keep on expanding further into the pink team, which is like collapsing right now. We have the green team take a little bit even, like, you were long. Oh no, that's Oman. I forgot that was Oman. Oman takes a little bit because land is land, right? Land is land. We have the orange taking a little bit up here. Ah, but finally we see these guys take. No? No! Oh gosh, no! Take all of this up here. While these guys. Ruby, no. While these guys. Oh! My gosh, that looks bad. Wait, I'm going to fix this. You can see me fixing this. Ruby, no. Why is she making those? Okay, I'm not even gonna ask. This is what it looks like. So yeah, that is what happens in India. Now, as you can see, we're in Europe, where we have Portugal over here actually expanding. You might be, and you might think, where are they going to expand? Well, of course, into Africa, because why wouldn't they? They're going to make a little bit of a colony over here, looking something like, oh, this is actually, like, it's not a colony, but you understand what I mean. I don't think colonies could exist back then, but this is what it looked like. These guys, no, that's Madrid. I feel sorry for you, Madrid. Yeah. We're going to have France over here, actually expanding further into France. Wait, yes, further into France. Going into the Paris region over here. Looking something like this. They're not as big as real France, like not even close, but they're fine, big. They actually go a little bit further than just Cornwall, but not by a lot. Into England. For the final thing we see here in Europe, we actually see Rome expanding a little bit, which they are pretty big. But they're going to expand up here a little bit further and into Europe over here. No, into Africa, I mean. Okay, gosh. This is not going good for me. Okay, you know what? No, this is not Rome. This is still Libyans. Sorry, Libya. I'm sorry. My mouse is like bugging today. Oh gosh. Okay, guys. Okay, for the almost last thing for this episode, we're going to have the power rankings, which Mesopotamia, you're not doing as good. So number 1 right now is actually Egypt, which, looking at them, makes sense. Number 2 is Yemen. Number 3 is Oman. Number 4 is actually still Mesopotamia. Like, they've gone down a lot, but they're still number 4. Number 5 is Rome. Number 6 is Cyprus. Number 7 is actually the Horn of Africa, which I don't know if that's really that surprising. Number 8 is Saudi Arabia at this point. Number 9 is Greece. And number 10 is actually Persia. Believe it or not, Persia is number 10. But now, let's go to the last thing for this video. And for the last thing happening in this video, Egypt over here is going to have a split. Everybody, and welcome to Mato WICSO episode 7. Today we're going to start here with this beautiful empire, Egypt. We all know what I teased in the last episode, and that is maybe the fall of Egypt. Well, at least we're going to see these kind of rebellions start down here. popping up here, over here, and I would say, I don't, Sudan? Yeah, Sudan area, right? But at least there is one kind of big religion, or big rebellion over here. But that's not the only thing, Egypt. I'm not that nice to you guys. We also see a very dark green rebellion pop up over here. Because these guys somehow don't want to be a part of Egypt. So these are the two main kind of breakaways that are trying to break away from Egypt, at least. So let's see how this war continues. The kind of first thing we see happening now, after these breakaways have started breaking away, is that this purple one down here is going to go down here and kind of come together here, also taking this island. Well, they will connect over here. Also connecting with this over here, this other part of the rebellion, which we see them actually growing pretty big down here. Of course, Egypt ain't gonna let that slide, and they will send a lot of their forces down here to fight at this river, this city in this river, in the Nile, which will be a succeed, or a win for the Egyptians. Oh gosh, I can't talk today. Well, the Egyptians, which are going to push back this purple rebellion. Oh my gosh, guys, sorry, this purple rebellion, all the way down here, while also pushing back this rebellion a little bit. But this wouldn't be an Egyptian war without Cyprus over here joining up, would it? No, it wouldn't be. So Cyprus over here is also going to join up, taking a lot of land actually. They were the ones that like made these guys rebel in the actuality, which is, yeah, not that good for Egypt, because these guys just also pushed you back, taking all of this, also taking this island, which is not good for you, Egypt. You see, this ain't going good. We actually have Libya over here, which is maybe not that surprising, making surprise attack into Egypt, almost taking their capital, which they don't, because Egypt, which Milexon, no, gosh, I got the name fully wrong. It's Noan. He's a very good military general. Yeah, military general, and he's going to like put these guys over here, which is like a lot of their military over here, which he's going to defeat in a really good tactical movement over here, which is going to make Libya getting pushed back a lot easier. All the way over here, which is like, Libya, what are you doing actually? Like, this does not look good for you, does it? Nope. We actually see someone joining Egypt's side this time, which is Yemen over here for some reason. They join up and they attack this purple rebellion over here. Well, they will probably annex some land if they win with Egypt. So that's maybe why they joined, but still, this is going to help Egypt push back this rebellion by a lot. Like, they encircle all of this area, and they smash it into pieces. That is a good reference. But it still doesn't look that good for Egypt, because these guys over here, they have just done this, and oh gosh, what is happening in Egypt? You're kind of focusing a little bit too much over here, so they're going to take their kind of armies, militaries, and they're going to go up here until boom, what a voice crack, something happens. And what happens is that right over here in this area over here of the Nile, the military, or most of the military of Egypt, is going to be like, we're done. they have been fighting for like 3-4 years now, and they are done. So they're going to split away actually, which is really bad for Egypt. And they're going to go down the Nile. And they're going to like crush the people who are actually in the favor of Egypt, which this does really not. This looks really bad for Egypt, as they're going to just keep on expanding into Egypt. So what we see now is that this part of Egypt is getting just fully annexed. Well, not annexed, but it's getting captured by this purple religion, which is looking something like this. You'll see. Way. It's looking something like this, which is pretty big to hold the record. Like actually, it's one of the biggest states out of nowadays Egypt. Well, Egypt in this world, to be accurate. And Egypt has fallen to very small. And Egypt has given up. And they want peace now, so they're gonna get peace. Or that's what they hope, right? Well, we're gonna see a peace treaty, and we'll see what happens with Egypt, won't we? So this is how Egypt looks after, well, everything that happened. We can see that Yemen didn't really gain more than what they got. South Sudan got all this, which is pretty good. MEU, you might ask, what does MEU stand for? And it's the Military of Egypt's Union. So yeah, they're pretty strong and pretty big. And if you wonder why this city over here, it's because this is the biggest city and the most important city for MEU. As this is kind of where after this they made this their base. Egypt is crippled. They were giant before this. They were the biggest country in the world, and now they are one of the smallest. Egypt, I'm very sorry for you. Oh yeah, you also lost your king, which is now a prince, which is now the new king. He's 16 years old. Egypt, you might be a little bit cooked. We have this green, losing this to the Cyprus, but they actually kind of like donated this to the Cyprians for thank you for helping them out. They're big. Cyprus has actually grown to pretty big now down here. And we have Libya. They gain a lot. Like they lost over here and they gain all that back. So that must be nice for them. Now going away from all this Egypt stuff, let's go to India, shall we? This is gonna be fun and interesting. In India, we see around 3 new countries getting formed over here. But what was so interesting? Why did I have to go over here? It's because the Madagascar, or no, not Madagascar, Sri Lanka country has actually explored these islands over here and colonized them. All of them, which makes this kind of one of the first actual colonies of a very small and not very strong country. But we also see a war happen over here where these guys go and take over this, which the orange team is not happy about because this was kind of good for these guys. So these guys go in here and they're like, you really fought, we will let you get that. So they go in here and whoops, look at this. These guys are kind of cooked, which the red team is of course going to be happy about because they want land. Everybody wants land, right? But they're a little bit scared of the orange team, which is one of the strongest, not the strongest, that's absolutely Sri Lanka, but one of the strongest here in India. And I don't mean like Oman. Oman's not a part of India here. What I mean is more of the Indian countries, to be accurate. Like these countries. Not Oman, which has, they're pretty good big colony over here, but these guys. We're actually gonna go to Oman here, where we have these guys expanding the colony up this river. Yeah, that's also a reason why we went there, because Oman's expanding again, which we know what happens to empires when they get too big, don't we? Mesopotamia and Egypt, don't we? Well, not Oman, because nothing's gonna happen to Oman. So I guess they haven't learned their lesson after seeing what happened to these two guys. Not very good, right, Oman? We're actually gonna see a war, which is Saudi Arabia. They're going to attack Oman too. Or, no, Yemen too, which it's not that nice, Saudi Arabia. But they're not gonna take that much. They're just gonna take this. They want a little bit land. Now let's go to Europe, shall we? Yes, we shall. So here in Europe, we're actually gonna see people from France. Kind of like, nah, we're leaving. We're annoyed with your France because you're spending a lot on this, and we don't feel like you're very nice to us. So they're gonna go up here through the coast, all the way up here into Denmark and into Skåne, which is a part of Sweden. Hey, I love my Sweden. And they're actually gonna create a country here in Sweden, which is gonna start here in Skåne, and it's gonna actually become pretty big. Taking this island, Copenhagen Island, or whatever it's called, and it's gonna become not too big because it's still like a small country with not that much of a population, but it's going to get created over here, and we're going to see its capital will be over here down in Malmo, but it's going to be named Sweden, of course. Sweden. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. I'm just used to talking very fast. So this is a little bit a new thing here in a new thing here in Europe, which we haven't seen a lot of things happening in Europe, but a lot of things are going to happen in Europe right now, actually. We will actually see Portugal and this Madrid country unite, because the Madrid country is really weak. They don't have actual sea access, and yeah, they needed that. Which Portugal is like, heck yeah, we're getting strong, and we're like the official people from Spain, which Spain was once here. Now it's Portugal, and everything is because of Rome. These guys do not like these guys. It is the biggest rivalry in Europe, which is like understandable, but we have these two also, like this being bigger than this, that's something crazy actually. Now we're actually gonna see Cyprus over here expanding further into Romania, or this world's Romania. Well, not this world's, but real life, IRL Romania, which is going to look something like this. They have been trying to expand their empire a lot lately because there ain't a lot of people who's gonna stop them anymore. Like, what is Egypt gonna do? What is Mesopotamia gonna do? Like, the only person who would do something is Rome. And Rome is a little bit too far away. Right, Greece? Well, Greece, I'm sorry for you, because Rome and Cyprus are actually gonna work together for something, and that is killing you, Greece. Yeah, I'm sorry. Because Rome is gonna go into here, taking all this, while Cyprus, if my mouse can start working, is gonna go over here and take these islands over here, which is Crete. I love Crete, it's very beautiful. They're actually gonna take the Greece capital, and Greece is gonna give up, and they're like, please, can we like live? And these guys are like, we'll see in the peace treaty. We'll see. As you can see over here, Greece is still alive, just hanging on by a, what do you say? I don't know. They're like on the near, they're so close to being dead right now. But they're going to create, instead of being Greece, they are now going to be Sparta, as you can see over here. I'm going to change the name later. So Cyprus and Rome, they like gained a lot. And now we're going to see the last thing happening in this episode, which is power rankings. Sorry if this episode isn't as long as the others. I'm really tired of my mouse not working, so yeah, let's do this. The strongest country in the world right now is actually Yemen. They have grown top tier. Second is Rome. Third is Cyprus, actually. They've actually grown a lot. Mesopotamia is not number 4. Oman is number 4. Mesopotamia is number 5. I would say Saudi Arabia is number 6, but they aren't, because Persia takes number 6. Then Saudi Arabia is number 7. Portugal is number 8. Libya is number 9, which was before that Greece. And number 10 is the Horn of Africa. So this is what the world looks like in the end of this episode. Hope you had fun, and see you in the next. Bye bye. Everybody, it's me, Mato the Gamer, and welcome to No WICSO, Mato's What If Civilization Started Over. I'm really sorry. I'm terribly sorry for the last WICSO episode not having any sound. I feel terrible. Absolutely terrible. Which is why I'm gonna make this video peak. It's gonna be peak. Trust me. And it's going to be peak because we're going to begin with something peak, which is going to be the Roman invasion or attack on Portugal, which has been in the it's been like this. They have hated each other ever since the fall of Spain. So it's going to be really fun seeing how it goes for Rome versus Portugal. And the first thing that's going to happen is Rome invading and taking the once capital of Spain, which is about here. They keep invading and invade all over here. Before these guys, or the Portugal, actually invade into them. Oh, no. Invade into them, cutting them off, and then torturing the guys they find till they only have this part left, which they then push back. And the thing is, Portugal is not that strong. They wouldn't be able to win against Rome. So somebody is aiding these guys. And you wanna know who it is? Well, you won't. You'll have to guess. But it's someone Rome doesn't really like. Or, yeah, kind of. And Rome is like, how are these guys doing this? How? But they still push them back to this river. And even a little bit further, taking the city again. But they can't get these islands for some reason. You wanna know why? Because Carthage over here is also invading them now. These guys were not the ones to aid them, but still, this is not good for them. Hello, Ruby. How are you doing? Hello. Hello, girl. I love you. Well, hey, you can't take my... Okay. Let's keep on going with this war. Carthage is actually going to land on Sardinia over here and take almost half of it before a very good Roman fighter and general named Melenius, Maleneus, Melenius, is going to go down here to the boot of Sicily, into the boot of Rome, and into Sicily, and they're going to beat the the Carthaginians back, and he's actually going to take Carthage, which is going to be the blow which Carthage says, fine, we give up, which Portugal is like, wow, really? In the meanwhile, while this happened, we have Portugal over here actually pushing back, trying to do the same thing they did before, but it doesn't really work. So they go up here to, France. And France is like, yeah, we joined this war. which is now kind of turned into a trying to jump Rome, but not really succeeding. But for some reason, France is like cooking right now. Like, let them cook. And they're actually going to meet up with Portugal over here. Until they don't. Until this guy gets back. And it's not very fun. Because now the Romans, they are on fire and they are not happy about this. They're going to invade France. And France gives up now. And then they're going to go into here, take these islands back finally, and they're going to blitzkrieg right into here, into the heart of Portugal. And they're actually going to take the capital of Portugal, which is right over here. Which is when Portugal is like, okay, we give up. We really do give up. We're really sorry. Sorry. Let's go through the peace treaty of the Roman and Portugal War, which is just going to be Rome takes a little bit of land over here, and they also annex the land over here. And then if we look over here, they take a little bit from Carthage, which is actually right before there's capital city, which is there. So yeah, that's not very nice. And then we have somehow France didn't lose more than the Romans occupied, which makes this border very disgusting, but let's move away from that and let's move up to Sweden. Let's move up to Sweden, I said, which is going to take Gotland over here and actually going to jump and take all of Denmark, which Danish, I must say, you're not very happy right now, are you? But I am, because I am Swedish. But I'm not gonna give them plot armor. You don't have to be scared of that. Like, they're not gonna get plot armor or anything. No. Exactly not like Hades Pro liking the color red and making like that. No. It's not gonna be like that. And we're actually going to jump into something that's also like pretty important. We have Maximus over here expanding Turkey, or yeah, it's called Turkey, but it isn't really in Turkey, but you understand. They're actually going to expand Turkey over here because Maximus, as you know, was once a slave and now is a king. Which is really nice for him, you know. He is the king and he beat the dictator, well, not the dictator, but a king of Mesopotamia, which is really good for him. You know, feels nice about his new empire that he created, not himself, with the help of other slaves, but still. And it's actually kind of big right now. And they're gonna go to Mesopotamia, which has a new leader, which is not Semto anymore. It's Semto's Shal, which is Semto II. And they're gonna buy a little bit of land from Semto II and Mesopotamia. So they're actually going to have coastline over here into the Caspian Sea, right? Yes, this is the Caspian Sea. We're gonna have another small war happening in India. Because we know a lot happens in India. But we're actually going to have the gangbang on this little green country. Which I don't know if that's a good word to say, but hey, I said it. Which is going to be first these purple country, or no, it's not Alaska, it's Sri Lanka getting this. And then the orange team over here, which is definitely the second strongest power in India. No, third strongest power in India, except for the Omanis, which, yeah, this is going to be the peace treaty, nothing more, nothing less. And we're actually going to see Oman expanding a little bit, which Oman, it isn't smart expanding too much, and you're expanding too much, I would say. But hey, I can't tell you because I'm not in this world. If I was in this world, I would have told you you're doomed, because you kind of are. But hey, this is good land. This is fairly good land, and they want it. They really do want it, because the Omanese Empire is giant, exactly like the German Empire is giant. And I know these guys haven't gotten a lot of attention, but they are going to have a little bit of attention now. And you know, it feels like this has been a little bit of a theme lately in this episode. They're going to expand. No, they're not going to expand. They're going to get in a rebellion. That's what it is, a split. And you might ask, why are they having a split? Well, it's because Horn of Africa has done nothing in the few, 100 years, 200 years. And people are tired of them doing nothing. So down here, and over here, and over here, rebellions are gonna start. And they are going to take over all this area. And they're actually going to keep on expanding until Horn of Africa is like, we don't have the things to do this war. You're fine. Like, go. You are free. We're gonna let you be free. Just let us be. And these guys are gonna be like, heck yeah. Why not doing what? Heck yeah. We're actually going to go over here to China, which, if you didn't watch the last episode, which I understand if you didn't. This is a new area. They don't know about these guys, and these guys don't know about these guys, but we have some people from all of these areas actually migrating up over here, creating this South Korean country, which is not too big yet, but some people don't like it here, so they're going to go over the sea, because these guys are actually very good technologically advanced. Like, they have boats which can go from here to here. You can see, like, that's pretty good. And we're going to have people go from here to here, from there to there, to here, which is where they're going to make their new kind of country, which is going to be this golden Japanese country, which is only going to stay on this island so far. They know about, this, but this is a very mountainous island. And this is too far away from them. It doesn't really make sense, but hey, that's just how it is over here. They don't really do make sense. That's the thing. And yeah, that is just the thing. And because I love my Chinese, South Koreans, and Japanese, and Taiwanese, which are, if you want to say Chinese, I'm gonna say Taiwanese because I don't want to get into that drama. I love these guys, but I also do love something else, and that is war. And we saw a war in the last episode, but look at these guys. First of all, you're cooked. Sihna, or however you spell a name, or yeah, they're not very strong. And Sitalis over here, which is a really strong war leader, is actually going to invade these guys. See, it's not that big of a war until these guys somehow move over here and attack Taiwan, which Taiwan is probably the second strongest country in the whole area, except for these blue guys over here. So you guys, yes, you are the first strongest, but you are a little bit cooked, I must say. So these are going to invade, actually, splitting off these guys, so these guys are actually going to rebel away, which is like, you did that war for nothing, but okay. And now you're getting demolished by Taiwan. You guys thought this was going to be a small war. Oh, and now they've stepped into these guys, which are going to invade these guys because they don't know limits, which is going to make these guys angry because that's actually their land, not the Taiwanese land, which is going to make these guys invade these guys, a lot of these guys right now, which is going to get these guys invading these guys. And in the end, it's just chaos. Until these guys, the olive green country, is only over here. And what do? Well, you expand, of course. And now these guys are over here. And Taiwan are done with the war. And these guys are done with the war. And everybody's done with the war. And these guys, they're big now and strong. This is what China's gonna look like now. Interesting. It doesn't look like it did in the beginning of the episode. It looks good. But there is empire, or not an empire, but a country who wants to become stronger, and they're actually going to expand. And they're going to expand up here. And they're going to see this river, and they're going to be like, we want it, but we don't have it, so we can't really get that. Then they're going to expand up over here, and they're going to see this river, and they're going to be like, yes, give me that. And then they're going to realize that this river is really unstable, and they don't want it anymore. But they still have it, because like, still have it. Now let's go to something I don't really feel like we go a lot about. It's this alliance, the Blue Alliance, which is a beautiful alliance. Looking like this. It's Cyprus, and it's Turkey, and it's these guys over here. We're actually going to have some people or a country join this, and it's going to be these guys. The pink Caspian country is going to join the Blue Alliance, which makes this alliance look but yeah. And for the last thing for this episode, which hopefully is not that short, I'm not really sure, but hey, we're going to have power rankings, which is going to look like something like this. 1, Oman. 2, Yemen. 3, Cyprus. Wow, nice for you, Cyprus. 4, Rome. Actually, 5, Persia. 6, Mesopotamia. 7, Turkey. 8, we're going to have as Libya, which has grown in power a lot. 9, we're going to have the MEU. Number 10 is actually going to be a country over here, which is going to be Sri Lanka. Number 11 is going to be this purple Indian country. Number 12 is going to be Saudi Arabia, which has fell off. It's fallen off by a lot. Number 13 is Portugal, which, gosh dang, you fell off. Like, you're weaker than these two guys. Like, what are you doing? You lost the war, but still. Number 14 is actually South Sudan. And number 15 is Sweden. And those are the power rankings for this episode. I hope you have a good night and a good weekend, because this is filmed on Friday, like the last episode on my YouTube channel. So bye bye guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Sarko, I think you understand. I am truly proud of my country. Isn't that correct? Oh yes, trust me, I know. I know, Santo the Second. You're very proud of your collapsed country. That I'm sure of. But listen to me now. You know your father effed up, but you also know your father was a proud man. And he was a proud man for a reason. He was the leader of the strongest country, the biggest kingdom of the whole world. And you, what are you? Nothing. You have a collapsed country. That's what you have. And I know you, Santo the Second. I know you want to become like your father. I know you want to be a proud man like he was. So join me. Join me in this war, and we will kill our enemies once and for all. Because we are the originals. We are Mesopotamia and we are Yemen. We are, and we should be, the leaders of the whole freaking world. Hello everybody, and welcome to Mato WICSO episode 10. We're at episode 10 already. That is crazy, like actually so fantastically good. Man, it surprises me, like, this series is doing pretty good, like, it's going good for my channel right now, and I'm happy, I'm really happy, trust me, I'm buzzing. No, don't use that, please, no. Anyways, thank you, the Finn Empire, as I call you Finn. Thank you for my intro. That is peak. Like, I'm gonna use that, okay? Good. Let's get into the video because a lot of things are going to happening. A lot of things are going to be happening today. And the first thing is actually something with these guys and these guys. Because for a unknown reason to the world, the Yemenis and the lovely Mesopotamians are going to be creating a alliance together, which I'm just going to say but yeah, you know. And these guys are going. They made an alliance, right? Yes, done. And the Mesopotamians, they're actually going to join the Pink Alliance. And it's like, Oman is a little bit like, why is the sixth strongest country and the second strongest country? Like, yeah, making an alliance, that's a little bit scary. Like, I know for sure I'm the strongest country in the world. Yeah. But why are you two making an alliance? Yeah, that's a little bit scary, is it not, Oman? I agree with you, it is a little bit scary. But let's jump to another part of the world, shouldn't we? Let's go to China. Oui. And in China, we're going to see why the leader of Satalis, yeah, he lost a war, but we're going to see why you don't mess with this guy. And you really don't, because that's a bad idea, because Satalis over here, the country, no? The leader of the green country in China is going to be attacking the gold country in China with the help of Taiwan. And they're going to just start invading over here, because that's what you do in a war. And boom, bang, bang, they're already over here. And these guys are really scared. But then the Taiwanese come and they're like boom, boom, boom. And then we see these guys just collapse. Like, genuinely collapse. And I don't think we need, peace treaty, because this is what the peace treaty looks like. It's exactly like this. That's why you don't mess with this guy, because he just collapsed this country in like a few seconds, right? No, like a minute, but still. We're actually going to see Taiwan expanding up into these islands, because they can now, I guess. And they're actually going here, and they're going to find the Philippines, or the Philippine Islands. And they're going to go there, and they're going to see a lot of jungle, and they're going to go, no thank you. And they're going to leave. Like, they're going to have a little bit of colonies over here, but they're going to leave. That's what I'm trying to say. We'll actually see this blue and the strongest country in China actually expanding, making it look very buff. It kinda is buff though. Like, kinda not. It looks something like this. Oh my gosh. Something just happened over here. Where are all the capital cities? Okay, you know what? No, let's just not talk about that. We'll have Mesopotamia invading Saudi Arabia. Yeah, no, that's not good, Saudi Arabia, is it? No, it's not. Really not. And, oh, Yemen, what are you doing? You're also invading Saudi Arabia? Oh gosh. And you're invading Yemen too. Oh no. This is not good. This is really bad, actually. And if you thought this war was just gonna be Mesopotamia and Yemen invading Saudi Arabia, you were wrong, because Saudi Arabia, you're getting invaded from Oman too. Okay, so you were like first a little bit scared about these guys, and now you're taking advantage of it. It sounds like you, Oman. It really does. And oh gosh, what have I told you about not taking too much time because you can collapse because of this? We're going to have Persia also invading, taking all this actually, which is pretty nice for you, Persia. Everybody's attacking Saudi Arabia. I feel sorry for you guys. In Saudi Arabia, they sue for peace. And everybody around them are like, yeah. So we're gonna see a peace treaty. Fast war, yes. Important war, also yes. So this is how the whole peace treaty looks like after the war. Saudi Arabia has fallen to pieces. Yemen and Mesopotamia, look at these guys, they are giant. And yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work. Like, yeah, Oman, they were first like really happy about this because they get land, but look at these giants over here. That is scary, that is scary. But we're actually not going to go far away from here because we're going to go to this country, which is Anju. I am sorry, Anju. Because Mesopotamia is invading you too. What? What are they doing? Are they stupid? Yes, they are. And you know what you just did, Mesopotamia? You just stepped into Cyprus, like, area. And Cyprus is like, give us that back. And Mesopotamia is like, yes, sir. Thank gosh you did that, because otherwise you would be dead. Let's just go here and okay, well now it kind of looks like these guys would destroy these guys, but these guys, the Blue Alliance is a lot stronger than the Pink Alliance, trust me. Well, not really, actually. But you understand what I mean. That wouldn't be a good war for any of the sides. We're actually going to have Yemen cutting off Mesopotamia, but that's just in the war because they don't want Mesopotamia to lose too much land. Oh my gosh, Yemen, you did it too. And Cyprus is like, no, we're not doing this. We're declaring war on you two. Cyprus, I feel damn sorry for your alliance. Well, first of all, we're actually gonna have Sparta over here. Don't ask me why they're doing this. Like, they got invaded by Cyprus not too long ago, but now they're joining the alliance. Doesn't really make sense, but hey, that's just how it is. Until these guys joined the alliance, and you two just attack. I feel sorry for you guys. No, I don't. I genuinely don't, because Mesopotamia is cooking over here, and they just boom. Like, I know Mesopotamia is not that strong, but they're cooking. Until we have Turkey's full force invading over here, and the Sphinx, which is like nothing, but still, they invade over here, take all of this. And now it's not looking very nice for you, Mesopotamia. Persia. Did you just flip sides and you're also attacking Mesopotamia this time? Okay. And then it's not looking good for Mesopotamia until Rome joins this war. Because of course they do, it's Sparta and it's Cyprus. We're talking about their worst enemies. And boom. They just split Cyprus into two pieces like this and this. That's not good. Until they don't, because Cyprus knows how to fight. And boom, 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 boom. That's not looking as good for you guys as you maybe wanted it to. Oh no, that's not good. And, trust me or not, we're actually going to have a character you guys are a little bit more used to hearing. Millennius, which is a very good Roman general. Roman war general, which is actually going to split Cyprus again, getting to this. And this time it's getting worse. And they're taking all this. And Sparta's thinking, why did I join this war? Because now they're getting invaded. Sparta's over, and they give up. That was fast. And now Mesopotamia's happy again because, yeah, no, that's not good, Cyprus. And they're going to let Yemen over here take care of this, because why not? And these guys are giving up, and Cyprus is like, oh heck no. And it's not looking good for you, Cyprus. It's looking good for Mesopotamia somehow. Like, when did you get this buff? But Persia are right at your doorstep. Until, because of course we need another country to join this war, and that's Oman. Which just took the Persian, wait, what? You just took the Persian capital like that? Persia, you are, oh my gosh, you are done for. Like, genuinely, you are done for. What were you thinking with leaving your capital with nothing? Yeah, no, that's not good, because Oman just took all this, and they're just invading, like, fast. And, yeah, Persia just gave up. And they're not. Fine, we sue for peace. Turkey's like, oh gosh, this is not good, because Mesopotamia just took this chance and buzzed right to their capital, encircling it and getting it into a siege, which, yeah, we know that's not good. They go here and they kill one of the strongest generals in Cyprus named Corax, which is now dead. RIP Corax. We only got that from him. Cyprus, yeah, no, that's not good. You're dying. Because Rome is somehow just blitzing for your country, because of course they can. They're Rome. Until Portugal joins this war, because of course Portugal joins this war. They hate each other. Like, man, this war is turning out great. And yeah, they invade all that. And so Rome is like, fine, we don't have time to invade you and invade these guys, and we hate these guys, so we're going after you later. Remember that. Remember that, Portugal. And Portugal's like, no, you're not, because we are joining the pink alliance. Sorry if I'm talking a little bit quietly today. It's because it's like almost 12 p.m. in the night and my family's trying to sleep, so yeah, but I need to make this video for you guys, because look at this, like, how did we go to this? Well, yeah, Turkey gives up, and with that, so does Cyprus, and yeah, we now have a winner, which is the Pink Alliance, and Oman. So let's have a peace treaty, shall we? Yeah. And this, voila, this is the peace treaty of the giant war of the early ages, which I'm just gonna say the year is minus 201. Don't ask me why it's minus. You're gonna get to that soon. Not in this episode, but soon enough. You're gonna get to that. But now, let's talk about Mesopotamia, because look at you. What have you done? What have you done? Look at this alliance. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This alliance is gone by now. Just take it away. It's gone. And the Pink Alliance won. Wrong one. The Pink Alliance won. And yeah, no. This is not good for you, Mesopotamia. Because you wanna know what? Sempto II was just assassinated. Assassinated by Sarko, the leader of Yemen, just assassinated the leader of Mesopotamia. Now the thing is, Mesopotamia doesn't have any leader anymore. They were just kicked out of the Pink Alliance, and Yo, Mom just joined the Pink Alliance. What a damn switch. Mesopotamia, you just got cooked over by your friend, or your supposed friend, because this was all just a lie to Sabto II. He thought Yemen was helping him create a strong country, but no, Yemen just wanted Mesopotamia to be gone. Gone forever. The world sits in full unbelief as Forn II is crowned king of the micronation of Mesopotamia, which maybe is not actually a micronation, but look at these guys. Look at them. They are fallen, and they will never rise up. And that is ensured by Yemen and Oman, which have now taken control over the Mesopotamians, making sure nothing like this ever happen again. This country will never grow as strong as they was once. We can see now the amount of nations that just split away from this country. Like, it is absolutely crazy. Cyprus got a lot of its land back. Turkey got a lot of land. Yemen is absolutely giant with, like, it's big. It's probably the biggest country in the world. It is surely the biggest country in the world now. Oman gained a lot. Persia actually gained a little bit. And now, for the end of this video, which was very, well, yeah, we didn't see a lot happening in India and Sweden and in Africa. But this war and this episode is all about Mesopotamia. Because I know people like Mesopotamia. But will they after this? I don't know. Anyways, now let's go for the power rankings. We have number 1, which is now Yemen, which overtook Oman, but not with a lot. Then there's actually a pretty big line before Rome. Number 4 is Cyprus. You can see these two switched. Number 5 is Turkey. Number 6 is, like, actually kind of crazy that this is the number 6 country, but number 6 is now MEU, which I wouldn't have seen that coming. Number 7 is actually Portugal. Number 8, Egypt. Number 9, Saudi Arabia. Number 10, Libya. Number 11, we have Persia, which, yeah, look at you. Number 12, we have Sri Lanka. Number 13, we have this purple Indian country. Number 14, we have Sweden. And number 15, we now have the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country of, well, Cyan, China. That is all for today. I really hope you liked this episode because, man, this took a lot of my energy and it's actually 12 p.m. Bye bye, guys. See you in the next video because I am going to sleep after I've edited this episode of Mato WICSO.
Hello everybody, this is me, Mato the Gamer. You finished the episode, but I have something to ask you guys. My question is, because I'm doing a Q&A soon, because 1,000 subscribers, let's go, thank you guys. Ask me questions, please do. Please, thank you if you do, because I really want to make this a big thing. Yeah, so that's everything. Bye bye guys, see you in the next episode.